BTS member Jimin once again proved why he is admired not only as an artist, but also as a humanitarian. The singer and dancer, known for his soulful voice and stage charisma, has donated 100 million KRW, approximately 72,000 USD, to support underprivileged communities in South Korea. According to reports from Newsis, Jimin's donation will be distributed to local welfare organizations focusing on children's education, medical assistance, and social support for low-income families. What makes the gesture especially touching is that Jimin requested the donation be made quietly, without a public announcement, reflecting his long-standing tradition of helping others away from the spotlight. This is not the first time Jimin has extended his generosity. Over the years, he has consistently donated to various causes, including scholarships for students in Busan, funding for arts education, disaster relief efforts, and support for medical institutions during the COVID-19 pandemic. Fans, known as ARMY, have often discovered these donations much later, usually through official statements or local government acknowledgements. Social media quickly lit up after the news broke. Hashtags like Thank You Jimin and Angel Jimin trended worldwide on X, formerly known as Twitter, as fans praised his humility and kindness. Many ARMYs also expressed how Jimin's actions inspire them to engage in their own charitable projects, such as community service, blood drives, and group donations under his name. One ARMY from Indonesia wrote, "Jimin doesn't just sing for us, he teaches us to be better human beings. His generosity makes us proud to be his fans." Another fan from the US commented, "This is why Jimin will always have our respect. He uses his platform to give back, even when no one is watching." Industry experts note that BTS members, including Jimin, have built a reputation for philanthropy that sets a strong example in the K-pop world. With BTS expected to regroup in 2026 after completing military service, moments like these remind fans that the group's influence extends far beyond music and entertainment. As of now, Jimin has not personally commented on the donation. True to his character, he seems more focused on quietly making a difference than seeking recognition. For ARMY and the global community, Jimin's quiet kindness is just another reason why he is not only a star on stage, but also a genuine role model offstage. While the recent 100 million KRW donation is making headlines, this act is only the latest chapter in Jimin's long history of philanthropy. Since debuting with BTS in 2013, Jimin has steadily built a reputation for being one of the most consistent donors in the K-pop industry. 2019, Jimin funded school uniforms for students in Busan, his hometown, making sure that children from low-income families could attend school without financial burdens. 2020, during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, he donated to the Green Umbrella Children's Foundation, providing essential resources for children whose families were severely impacted. 2021 to 2022, he gave multiple donations to arts and dance programs across South Korea, ensuring young students could continue pursuing their passions in music and performance. 2023, Jimin quietly contributed to disaster relief efforts after flooding devastated parts of South Korea. Local officials revealed his donation only after the relief fund was allocated. 2024. Ahead of BTS's 11th anniversary, he donated once again to support educational initiatives, further cementing his commitment to youth empowerment. This consistent pattern shows that Jimin's contributions are not one-time events, but part of a deeply rooted personal philosophy. Experts in the entertainment industry highlight that celebrity donations often inspire ripple effects among fans. In Jimin's case, ARMY has repeatedly organized fan projects inspired by his giving. These projects range from planting trees and funding children's hospitals to global blood donation campaigns carried out in his name. Jimin's donations don't just stop at the amount he gives, explained cultural critic Park Min-jung. They spark a cycle of kindness where millions of fans worldwide feel motivated to help their own communities. That's the real power of his influence. As soon as news of the 2025 donations spread, fan-led fundraising pages began popping up online. One Indonesian fanbase announced a collective donation to a local children's foundation, explicitly stating that it was inspired by Jimin's actions. Similarly, ARMY groups in the Philippines and Brazil launched school supply drives in his honor. The global nature of these responses reflect BTS's unique position as cultural icons who transcend borders. Jimin, in particular, is often described as a gentle soul whose warmth and humility resonate deeply with people around the world. Despite his status as a global superstar, Jimin has always been known for his modesty. His interviews often avoid discussing personal achievements, focusing instead on teamwork and gratitude toward fans. The fact that most of his donations only become public knowledge through third parties adds to his reputation as someone who gives from the heart, not for publicity. As BTS prepares for their highly anticipated group reunion in 2026, Jimin's actions during the group's military service hiatus serve as a reminder of his values. He has not only maintained his presence as a solo artist, with successful releases like Face and Who, but has also quietly built a legacy of generosity that will remain long after the spotlight fades. For many, Jimin's 100 million KRW donation is more than a charitable act. It's a symbol of hope, humility, and leadership. In an era where celebrity philanthropy can sometimes feel like a PR strategy, Jimin's sincerity continues to shine through. His latest contribution reinforces the image ARMY already cherishes. Jimin is not just a performer who moves audiences with his music and dance. He is a genuine human being who strives to make the world a little bit better, one quiet act of kindness at a time. Despite being one of the most recognized idols in the world, Jimin has cultivated a reputation for humility and sincerity. Unlike many celebrities who announce their donations with press releases, Jimin often asks that his contributions remain anonymous. More often than not, his kindness comes to light through third-party confirmations, local governments, schools, or non-profit organizations who feel compelled to share the impact of his generosity. In this most recent case, the funds will be directed toward educational and welfare programs for underprivileged children, with a focus on ensuring that no child is denied access to opportunities due to financial struggles. Jimin wanted this donation to remain quiet, but we believe it's important to recognize how much of a difference this makes to the children and families we serve, said a representative from one of the beneficiary organizations. Jimin's philanthropy stretches back years. Supporting education. He has repeatedly funded scholarships and provided school uniforms for students in Busan, his hometown. Disaster relief. He stepped in with aid after natural disasters, including floods and typhoons, affecting thousands of citizens. Arts and culture. Passionate about the arts, Jimin has donated to dance and music programs, ensuring that children can pursue creative dreams regardless of economic background. Healthcare. He quietly donated to hospitals and medical causes during the COVID-19 crisis, helping vulnerable groups access treatment. These donations collectively form a portrait of an artist who sees success not as a privilege to be hoarded, but as a platform to uplift others. Perhaps even more striking than Jimin's donations is the ripple effect they create. BTS fans, known as ARMY, have followed his example with charitable projects across the globe. In response to the latest news, fan bases in countries like Indonesia, the Philippines, and Mexico immediately launched campaigns in his name. In Jakarta, fans announced a fundraising drive to purchase school supplies for children living in poverty. In Sao Paulo, ARMY groups organized a blood donation event under the slogan, "Give like Jimin." Meanwhile, in New York, a collective of ARMY teachers pledged to sponsor after-school programs for immigrant children. Jimin teaches us that kindness doesn't need applause, said Mariana Silva, a Brazilian ARMY. We see him doing good, and we want to do good too. It's that simple. Cultural analysts point out that Jimin's approach to philanthropy represents a shift in how K-pop idols engage with the public. Unlike traditional celebrity charity, which can often feel performative, Jimin's quiet giving emphasizes sincerity over spectacle, noted culture critic Lee Ji-woo. This resonates deeply in an era where authenticity is rare. He is not just a star on stage, he is a role model off it. With BTS scheduled to regroup in 2026, following the completion of all members' military service, anticipation for their comeback is at an all-time high. Yet, moments like these highlight that the group's influence transcends music charts and global tours. For Jimin in particular, his actions reinforce an enduring truth. The measure of an artist is not just in records sold or awards won, but in the lives they touch. Born and raised in Busan, Jimin often spoke about his humble upbringing. His parents, he has said, instilled in him values of respect, gratitude, and empathy. Teachers recall him as a dedicated student who cared deeply about his peers, often helping classmates during difficult times. It's no surprise, then, that much of Jimin's philanthropy has centered around education. His very first publicized donations supported schools in Busan, covering uniforms for students whose families couldn't afford them. To Jimin, ensuring children have the chance to learn is more than charity. It is honoring his roots.